Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about this beautiful bag. This is the Dior D-Joy bag, aka half of the Lady Dior. We're going to talk about this bag today. I'm going to show you what fits inside, how to carry it, all that good stuff. So if you want to have a nosy around, you're welcome to stay over. If this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Carol, and I'm a little bit obsessed with handbags. It's kind of a running theme over here. I dive headfirst into frivolous things to entertain myself and you guys. So if you like to escape a little from the real world, then make sure you subscribe. I've had this bag for a little over a year now, and it's a very special bag. I bought it with a very special friend back when I was in, oh my goodness, there's still plastic. I just realized there's still plastic around here, but I always take away the plastic. I mean, I need to pull it off. Sorry, hold on one second. Quick little PA. If you have plastic on your hardware, remove it, guys. Even if it's not a bag that you use and you just keep it on a shelf. Plastic has been put on the bags as protection for when it's in transit, when it's in the store, to make sure that it doesn't get any scratches. But once the plastic is on there and you receive the bag and you keep it on there, it can make your hardware corrode or just get really nasty. So I recommend you take off the plastic. This is literally what I did. Okay, enough with the know-it-all. Anyways, this is the Dior D-Joy. Like I said, this is in the medium size. I believe this is kind of like the standard size that it came in. It comes in like way smaller sizes, but I cannot even picture what you would put it. Like if you go smaller, you really go teeny, teeny, weeny, tiny. Because this is already a little bit of a tiny bag for me personally. I paired this bag with the mitzas, like I have them on both handles. I'm normally not somebody who tweaks my bags with any scarves or mitzas or twillies. I don't do that because this is such a light color. This is my first designer handbag that is technically like a white color. The actual color name of this bag is Latte, even though this has to be a latte where there's way more milk than there should be, but it's not completely white, but it has this beautiful like very slight creamy undertone, which I love. And since I don't trust myself with light colors, I decided to also purchase the mitzas with it. It has a little bit of this light sage green with it. I think that they're really pretty. Like I said, I'm not normally for scarves and twillies. Oh my God, this one is deteriorating. But I'd rather make these dirty and clean them up than make the leather dirty, even though I'm quite a carefree soul when it comes to bags, because I feel bags were made and purchased to be used. That's kind of my take on it. So the bag is simple as in it has this little flap over here that kind of keeps your things somewhat more secure than if it was just completely gaping open, which I can appreciate. And then it comes with two different straps, but I'll talk about the straps a little bit later. And you've got the inside of the bag with a slip pocket in the back, and the interior is a beautiful suede leather. Now, I'm going to have to say that you will have to live with the fact that this is going to get a little bit dirty. If you go for a lighter color, it's just the name of the game. But since the suede is somewhat of a grayish color, it's not really the same effect as if you were to have like a completely white interior. Like I can see that there are some little marks and a little bit of dirt perhaps, but I don't care. Like I'm using this bag and I can always treat leather, which is something that I can appreciate. Now, because it is a lighter bag, you might get kind of like scuffs and dirt in places where the hardware is pushing against, like you can see over here. But again, it doesn't bother me. It's just part of the game, and also where their hardware kind of like hits it. But this is just topical, and I can always repair that. Now I do have a few little scuffs in the corners. You can see over here the color has peeled off somewhat, and I have it on this corner here as well. I hope that it's visible. But like I said, this is just the name of the game, and I carry my bags. I've carried it with jeans. I would obviously not wear like a fresh pair of jeans. Like if I was to purchase like a fresh pair of jeans, I would make sure that I've washed it at least like a few times, a couple of times before taking it. And like this is the front of the bag because it has the dangly bits, which normally I hate. I don't like bags that kind of announce my arrival, but this one, it's kind of doable. It's kind of doable. It hasn't annoyed me. The bag that annoyed me the most, like ever, was a Stella McCartney, the Falabella bag. Absolutely annoyed me to death. But I parted ways with it. I sent it to a great friend of mine, to Tabby. Hi, Tabby. But this one, like, funnily enough, I think it's the fact that it has this leather backing over here. It kind of like, I don't know if it absorbs some of that cowbell sound. It just doesn't bother me. What was I to say? Okay, so this is the front and this is the back. And as you can see, maybe you can pick up, it is ever so slightly kind of darker because it has rubbed against, you know, jeans and all that kind of stuff. But all you need to clean it is a little bit of a leather conditioner, leather cleanser, and you just go over it and it looks as good as new. So I'm not worried about that whatsoever. And the bottom doesn't have any feet. It comes like so. Maybe it is a little bit annoying, like it could have maybe something, because if you were to set it down somewhere, I don't know, it doesn't bother me. This bag will forever remind me of my ski trip last year, as well as my trip to Cannes and Monaco. And I purchased it in Cannes because it was the moment was right. And this was truly a bag that had crawled under my skin, and this is out of my comfort zone. This is, I think, it is the first super light bag that I have, designer. Do I want to have more of like light designer bags? No, I don't. I'm not stupid. But I really, really enjoy this bag. So I'm going to show you what fits inside, and then I'm going to show you how to carry it, like you wouldn't know. Anyways, I'm going to put a few of my essentials in there. This is the bag that I've been carrying currently. You can see quite a size difference, right? So we need to downgrade. I'm just going to grab a few things that I have in the large bag, and I'm going to put them in here just so that you can have a visual of what fits and what doesn't, because I think it's quite important to know. So obviously we are all very different and we need very different things throughout the day, but I'm just going to show you what I would put into the bag. I'm going to use a fairly large sized wallet just to do the first demonstration, just to show you that if you were someone who didn't want to switch up, you could totally put like a semi-full, like a full-size wallet would also fit there, but it would kind of defeat the purpose of the bag. So I'm going to put that in there. I have my car keys. I'm going to throw them in there. I definitely want a pack of Kleenex with me. Right now I have the Bose headphones of mine, and then I'm going to put my phone in there. And then every lady needs a little bit of a lippy. Let's do, oh well, I also have my foundation stick. I'm gonna take my foundation stick and a lip gloss, and I'm gonna show you. You can play Tetris, but you know, this is how it looks like. And it will close, because that's kind of what I like about it, is that it has this flap and you can sometimes squeeze a little bit more in and just, you know, have the flap over. For good measure, I'm also going to throw a pair of kind of like smaller size sunglasses. I have got, these are the ones from Celine that I really love. They are like the first small size glasses that, in my humble opinion, suit my humongous face. So I'm gonna put the sunglasses on top of this whole pile here as well. Let's see, I need to play a little bit of Tetris, but it all fits. It fits the bag. Well, it does have a lot of stuff inside, but you know, it fits. Now, everything gets a lot better, a lot easier when I remove this and I replace it with, let's say, a card holder. Now, in all transparency, there is nothing in this card holder, so it will take less space than if it was completely filled. But yeah, now you can see that there's somewhat more wiggle room, but you could definitely even, hold on, you could even fit a hairbrush in there if you wanted to. Like, I'm going to put the hairbrush, sorry, it's hairy because it's a hairbrush. You could fit this in there as well. I think it's a pretty great size. Now, in all transparency, I will probably not take the hairbrush with me, and most likely I'm not going to take like a foundation stick. I'm probably going to take like a concealer with me for the summer. I will not take my headphones because most of the time I carry this bag for like for, you know, just dinners out and whatnot. So I'm not in, sorry, I saw a bird. Thought it was gonna fly against the glass. I'm gonna put my sunglasses over here, and I'm actually gonna put the sunglasses with the case into the bag. And then there you go. I have everything that I need for a day out, and even my sunglasses are protected. Now, I'll take the sunglasses out just because it gives me a little bit more wiggle room. And then I'm going to show you the straps that it comes with. That's kind of what I like about this bag so much, is that it's a very multifunctional bag. And I didn't own any summery, like true summery bag that would convert into so many different things. Now, my favorite, okay, hold on. I'm getting very excited and all over the, I'm getting very excited and all over the place, but this is kind of what else is new. The thing that I love, like the thing that is really genius with this bag is that the D-rings are over here, so you can push them down. And when you wear this bag as a top handle with no straps and nothing, you do not see the D-rings, which I think is just such a small little thing to do, but so genius. And then whenever you need to use a strap, go ahead and use a strap, girl. I'm going to put this on. And then I have a shorter strap that is not too short. Like on me, it could work. Like it could work. It works better than when I purchased it because I weighed 30 kilos more than I do today. 30 kilos is like 60 pounds, 64 pounds, 60, 70 pounds? I don't know. Anyways, you can wear it like this. And sorry, I have an oversized sweater, but my armpit is here. So you definitely have loads of room to wiggle. And I kind of like the look of that as well. And then if you don't fancy a shoulder bag and a little bit of chain detailing, then you can totally go for a full-blown leather strap, which I really like as well. Sorry if you hear my washing machine. This is the way I usually wear it on the longest stand as a crossbody bag. I love to wear it in the summertime, just going about my business and wearing it like so. And then if you want to carry top handle, then you have the strap just dangling along, but it doesn't bother me whatsoever. It's a really handy bag to have, kind of like a 3-in-1 type of situation where, well, 4-in-1 actually, because you've got the top handle, you've got the short shoulder version, but on the short shoulder version, you could also wear it in the crook of your arm. And then you've got the long shoulder, and you've got crossbody. So I really like that about this bag, and I've taken it with me on like warmer trips quite a few times, and it really fills a void that I never knew I had, but it fills a void of just having a beautiful summery bag that really screams summer, but at the same time, I think it looks magical in the wintertime as well, just because it's white, right? So I think it's a very beautiful, versatile bag. Now, would I repurchase this bag in another color? I don't think I would, because I am kind of settled with the things that I have. And quite frankly, with such a small size bag, I do prefer that type of bags to have a zipper. I'm not saying that this is a bad bag, not at all, but I just, I don't have a lot of these like top handle bags, and I prefer to wear this bag either with my long crossbody strap, just going to run some errands, and in the evenings I just love to have this as a top handle bag. I feel like it gives me a little bit of a comfort blanket feeling that I can just hold on to my bag and I don't have to, I don't know, it just is all in my head. I'm not normal. I'm obsessed with bags. This is definitely like the only bag in the Lady Dior style that I would buy. Okay, this is not the Lady Dior, but this is basically a Lady Dior cut in half. It's a East-West Lady Dior style. And this is so much more me than any Lady Dior bag out there. I can say, hand on heart, I will never own a Lady Dior bag. And I am also not in any shape or form feeling the rush to get another D-Joy. I feel that they have gotten so expensive that for that price, I much rather invest into my never-ending Bottega collection, because I've got an eye on another color, a new color that came out. It's really an obsession, but I love this bag so much. And I would personally not go for a smaller size. Like even if you are shorter and you have a smaller frame than I do, I feel that going way smaller than that, it's still so expensive. And I think like, unless you really go for the TB, right? Like tiny bag energy, hashtag Cassie made me do it. Unless you really go for like a small bag, I feel that this is so much, this is so much more practical, but that is just my opinion. But yeah, I hope that I've covered everything. If I haven't, just ask away down in the comment section below. I will try to link the exact bag just so that you can go and roam around and see the color of the bag. And what else? Yeah, I guess that was it. Thank you guys so much for putting up with my rambling here. And as always, I'll see you again next time. Bye.